Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the moment we've all been waiting for. 10th edition launch box, Leviathan. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. So here it is. We made it to the launch day, and we see our first preview of the launch box for 10th edition Warhammer 40,000, and it is called Leviathan. Space Marines take on the Tyranids. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the overall box, and then we'll have some different videos that focus in a little bit more on the Space Marines, Tyranids, and what else is in the box as well. This will be just a general overview of everything included. It's here, the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to open the lid on the jam-packed launch box for the new edition of Warhammer 40,000, 10th edition, Leviathan. As the name suggests, Leviathan is an absolutely gigantic box, packed to the brim with miniatures, books, and more. When you lift the lid, you'll find stacks of sprues containing 2 armies full of gorgeous new miniatures. Beneath that, you'll find the massive Leviathan book and the chapter-approved Leviathan mission deck, and a construction booklet. What's in the box? 25 Space Marine miniatures, 47 Tyranid miniatures, exclusive Warhammer 40,000 Leviathan Rulebook, chapter-approved Leviathan mission deck, and Space Marine transfer sheet. The miniatures are divided into 25 elite, battle-hardened Space Marines, the Imperium's ultimate defenders against innumerable horrors, and a seething swarm of 47 ravenous Tyranids that desire nothing more than to consume all the biomass in the galaxy. Let's take a closer look at each army. The Space Marines are the Emperor's Angels of Death, vengeful warriors who have sworn an oath to protect beleaguered Imperium from all assailants. As the jaws of High Fleet Leviathan close to the galactic west, they've got their work cut out for them, and are deploying new units to combat the Tyranid threat. Alright, so the first of the 25 Space Marines is Captain in Terminator Armor, a storied stalwart warrior protected by a sacred suit of tactical dreadnought armor. The captain is a resilient commander who excels at leading Terminator strike forces deep into enemy lines. Next we have the Librarian in Terminator Armor. Librarians are the battle psychers of the Space Marines, smiting foes with bolts of witchfire and manipulating the Imperium to shield their allies. Encased in Terminator armor, he's one of the most durable psychers available to Space Marine forces. And next we have the Apothecary Biologist. Understanding your enemy, and no matter how vile, is the key to defeating them. Thanks to his mighty Gravis armor, the Apothecary Biologist can advance through withering enemy fire, take samples of enemy biomatter with his vivispectrum, turning his foes' biology against them. Next we have the Lieutenant in Phobos armor. Wielding a combi weapon and 2 combat blades, the Phobos armored lieutenant can infiltrate ahead of the main Space Marine forces, sowing discord amongst his enemies and disrupting their battle lines. And next we have the Stern Guard Veteran Squad. Renowned for their unerring proficiency with bolt weapons, Stern Guard veterans are fearsome combatants drawn from the chapter's first company and issued with special ammunition designed to combat the Tyranid threat. Next we have the Terminator Squad. Terminators are the elite of the elite, veterans clad in hulking armor, wielding power fists, storm bolters, and devastating assault cannons. Beamed in the thick of the action with the teleport homer, few horrors in the galaxy can withstand their sledgehammer onslaught. And next we have the Infernus Squad, 10 total of these guys. When you're faced with innumerable hordes of Xenos, an Infernus Squad is the perfect tool. Armed with pyroblasters that spit gouts of incandescent flame, they purge their foes with fiery wrath. And last but not least, we have the Ballistus Dreadnought. The Ballistus Dreadnought is a fearsome weapons platform armed with versatile missile launcher, devastating las cannon, the perfect counter to heavily armored enemy monsters and tanks. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. Tyranids are a voracious alien swarm invading the galaxy from beyond the void. Guided by the hive mind, they have one terrible purpose: to devour every last shred of biomass, reconstructing into even more powerful biomorphs and repeating the nightmare cycle anew on the next world in their path. Winged Tyranid Prime. The Winged Tyranid Prime is a hideous alpha beast that combines strength with agility, swooping above the battlefield and identifying targets to descend upon and tear apart with razor-sharp claws. Neurotyrant. Radiating ahead of every Tyranid hive fleet is the terrifying silence known as the Shadow in the Warp, a psychic phenomenon that blocks warp-based communications. During invasions, the Neurotyrant acts as a focusing node for the strange power, liquefying the minds of its prey as it orchestrates hordes of Tyranids to victory. And next we have the Screamer Killer. The living battering rams known as carnifexes come in many shapes and sizes, but the Screamer Killer is the most infamous adaptation and the biggest. Named after the sinister howl emitted as it unleashes their bioplasma blasts, Screamer Killers are unstoppable shock creatures. Before the main hive fleet force lands, vanguard organisms like von Ryan's Leapers often embed themselves on the hive fleet's target planet. These ambush hunters lie in wait, avoiding detection until they can do as much damage as possible. Huge shifting swarms of termagants are the mainstay of many Tyranid invasion forces. Armed with ranged bioorganic weapons, these scuddling beasts rush towards to erode their enemies' defenses through sheer weight of numbers. And next we have the Neurogaunts, a brand new unit. Neurogaunts are a variant strain of Gaunt that share a symbiotic relationship with the parasitic neurocytes that cling to their backs. Their primary purpose is to protect the powerful synapse creatures and coordinate the Tyranids' invasion, and they will sacrifice themselves in drones to fulfill this task. And we have another new unit, the Barbgaunts, a strange fusion of Gaunt biocannon and ganglioparasite that enslaves the two. Barbgaunts are living ordnance that shower targets with projectiles that explode into shards of serrated chitin. And then we have a Psychophage, again, brand new unit. The hive mind has imbued this particular biomorph with hunger for enemy psychers. Its digestive tract somehow able to metabolize psychic life forms into psychocorrosive ash, which it projects forward in blistering torrents. And just to sort of wrap it up here, while you can deploy both armies in full or play a brutal but balanced game of Warhammer 40,000, the box also contains more than enough models to form 2 full combat patrols and will let you play this new, faster-paced game format right out of the box. Warhammer 40,000 Leviathan is a weighty tome packed with lore, rules, artworks, and stunning photography of models. This book covers the core of the hobby, background information for Warhammer 40,000, information about every faction, and gorgeous showcase of beautiful painted miniatures. On top of that, you'll get the core rules for Warhammer 40,000 and the rules as well as specially designed missions for new combat patrol game format. You'll also find a full complement of Crusade rules to get your narrative campaigns up and running ahead of Codex releases, and a full Crusade expansion that delves into the story of the Fourth Tyrannic War through a series of linked campaign games. What about missions? There's a 66-card chapter-approved deck in the box, which combines the best match play options from previous editions, which is designed to provide the best and most flexible mission experience for everyone from the most casual players right up to the most competitive. So definitely very, very cool. Lots of excitement. I know I, for one, cannot wait to get my hands on this box. I don't know what I'm more excited for, the actual new edition or the models. Actually, I do know. The models are absolutely amazing. I can't wait to play the game for sure, but the models are great. So let me know what you think down below. Which side are you more excited for? Are you going to be playing the Imperium and representing the Space Marines? Or are you going to play the endless swarm of Devourers and choose the Tyranids? Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I cannot wait for Leviathan.